no money, that's an asshole. It wasn't a phase.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Senior Citizen Podcast. And here we have 3/5 of Late Bloomerz. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Yeah, doing good.
Very well.
I know that's a damn lie from all three of you. We've been talking before that. But anyways,
We're in recovery right now. We
Yeah.
had a blast yesterday for a friend's birthday party.
Yeah.
that's what I love to hear.
Specifically, Shrek birthday party. There you go.
Yeah.
It was a
pretty fun.
Shrek-themed birthday party?
Yeah.
Did somebody sing All-Star?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
multiple times. Yeah.
Oh, God. I think I can only handle it once a night. I want to hear a little bit about Late Bloomerz, how the band got started.
Well, started with me and Daniel. He's not here right now. We went to school. We went to SAE, it's audio engineering. So we just met up there, and he had a lot of blues riffs. So he asked me to rap on top of the blues riffs. He liked what he heard. Long story short, we had a mutual friend named Pedro, and then Pedro connected the dots between meeting the rest of the band. I'll let them explain the rest.
Yeah, that's so our mutual friend Pedro has been a friend of ours for a long time. And I specifically say ours referring to the drummer RJ, unfortunately not here, and Angel and myself, because we've known him since roughly high school days, and we were in a previous band. And then that band eventually dissolved. But as it was dissolving, I had bumped into Danny, the other guitar player, who I also went to high school with, and we were on the same bus. And then just by seeing each other at a show Pedro was throwing, he was saying, "Yeah, I have stuff with my friend Chris, who I had also briefly met before." And then he was like, "Yeah, we should hang out. We should jam one day, and I could show you." I'm like, "Sure." So we hung out, and I really liked what Chris was doing over his blues riffs. And then I had one idea that I had for we just released it, Colors, streaming now. One idea that's shameless plug, sorry.
You get that at the end, don't worry about it.
No, one idea that I had for roughly, I was looking at it now, it's like almost 6, maybe 7-ish years that it didn't do anything with it, and I couldn't write anything over it. So then when I told him you should try it because you sound really good on it, it immediately became an idea, and then
You're welcome.
Thank you. And yeah, that became a really solid idea over a year? Year and a half now?
About a year and a half.
Yeah. Pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
Me too.
We all put in that work, fellas.
Exactly.
Hey, that's what I like to hear, putting in work. So I'm just going to be straight up honest. I haven't streamed Colors. I'm running on fumes. I want to know a little bit more about the sound of the band, because obviously you have somebody rapping over sounds, What would you define yourself as? Because I'm a genre shit show over here.
The closest would be alternative hip hop and rock, basically. It depends. The genres blend. Well, I think we have something that sounds hardcore in a sense, and then we have something that sounds indie. But the core aspect of it is just there's rapping on top of these different riffs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Little slap lines here and there, nothing too crazy.
Everyone's in agreement with that. Well, we'll take it. Good enough today.
Yeah. No, he's definitely on the ball with that one, because the stuff we grew up listening to, more than likely it just meshed well, because we all listen to, for sure, the people that kind of sound, I guess, closer to us, like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage, Linkin Park, that new metal stuff. And then what a comparison did we get?
Gym
Class
yeah,
Heroes.
Gym Class Heroes
a lot.
Yo, Gym Class Heroes is fun.
And then I definitely hear, but I do like that we're unique in that sense, because people try to compare us, but then they're like, oh no, but then they have this other thing that doesn't sound like anybody. So it's very unique in a sense. We do obviously have to put a genre on it, because otherwise nobody knows what to really call it. But I do say it's just something that's on its own. And especially down here, it's very much a unique thing. It's not very common, the stuff that we do.
What does Spotify call it? New funk? What was it?
New funk?
It's something it was new funk, right?
Yeah, it's Late Bloomerz, new funk.
I looked at it and I was like, what?
Yeah, I've never heard of new funk in my
They're
life.
just coming up with words at this point,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's wild. New funk.
No, that's pretty good though. I can always tell when a band is. I mean, I'm a genre shit show. Like I don't differentiate. But when somebody is influenced by Linkin Park, I can hear it. I can spot on. You listen to Linkin Park.
Yeah, I grew up on Hybrid Theory.
Yeah.
Every front to back, every song, love them.
Yeah, that was an iconic album
Yeah.
for its era for sure. And I mean, since we're already talking about it, you know, what kind of other bands, what other albums inspired y'all?
Okay. Oh, damn. So,
Yo,
that's a lot. You got this, bro. All right, you got time. All right. So, my sound definitely comes from a lot. Like people tend to say, oh, like when you ask them, oh, what do you listen to? Oh, I listen to everything. Not entirely true with some people because they listen to everything, but it's just really one huge spot of whatever their favorite genre happens to be or artist, and then occasionally like sprinkled maybe slightly jazz or maybe some random hardcore song. I genuinely listen to everything I was brought up on. So I was born here, but parents are 100% Peruvian, and I would listen to what they would call from my mom's village, huaynitos, which is like the central style of music over there. And then the more modern stuff, which is cumbias, at least that's how it's known to everybody else, cumbias, but in Peru we call it chichas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So in Peru it's called chicha. It's just all cumbia, but it's just different names for like in each country in South America or even Central America. So that was like the first things, and then as well as my mom's influence with disco. She loves the Bee Gees, Donna Summer, ABBA, as you were like pointing out earlier. That's why I really liked ABBA. Who else? Barry White, huge fan of him too. And then my brother, as we grow, because we're here in the U.S., you know, you listen to music in English. He would listen to rap, and that's how I got into that. I was listening to DMX, Method Man and Redman. Who else?
Classics.
Early Pitbull, which was actually not as poppy as it was, but he was actually rapping like early Pitbull stuff here. I'm serious, he was rapping a lot. But,
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. But this is pre-Worldwide. And then like Yin Yang Twins, like the early stuff from the 2000s, like stuff that like it's really like very well known in like the Miami stuff.
You just bumped to Miss New Booty.
I love that. I love that song. Get it together. Hey. No, but I did. Like it was just the stuff that was on the radio. And then my cousins who lived like 5 minutes from me, they listened to the new metal stuff. And my brother would listen to it occasionally too because it had hip hop influence. So it was Linkin Park, Korn, Deftones. Who else did they put me on? Breaking Benjamin. Like just a bunch of stuff that just veered off. And then they got me into rock. And then eventually I made my own thing where I was like wanting to listen to stuff because I was learning an instrument. And then the drummer, RJ, is the one who put me onto really cool stuff like Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. And then eventually I was just like, let me venture off on my own. So I became a huge R&B guy now. Like now, you won't hear it too often, but I'm a huge R&B guy. Like Otis Redding, Bill Withers, or I guess that's soul, but still. Who else? Al Green, Marvin Gaye, and then the modern stuff like Lucky Day, Frank Ocean. Keep going, but I'm just gonna stop. But yeah, no, I'm definitely influenced by all that stuff because I love all that stuff, but I also make it a point to not sound like anybody. I just like taking tidbits from everybody there, here and there, and then here we are. There you
Very
go.
cool.
No.
Your turn.
Angel? Mic drop.
Influences, I would say I'm very into like new metal. You know, of course, Deftones, Linkin Park, all that stuff. Korn, I grew up on that, but also like Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue. You know, I like shoegaze. I love shoegaze. That's like my thing. Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, shout out to Teenagerist. Hopefully, if you guys are listening to this, Teenagerist and Heaven Ward.
That one.
Heaven Ward, if you're listening, bro.
You love Heaven Ward, man.
Thank you for being alive and living on planet Earth, bro. Yeah, just like shoegaze music, you know. I like, of course, I like rock. I like metal, you know, Black Sabbath, stuff like that. I was a big Ozzy fan growing up, like the whole Prince of Darkness. That was like my dad and I's like favorite thing. So yeah, a lot of rock. Recently, a lot of house music. Like I love like EDM. I like French house. That's like also my thing. Like Daft Punk, and countless others. But yeah, house and rock are like my main things. And
Right.
shoegaze. Yeah. I would
So
say.
everybody brings their own
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
to the table,
Yeah.
which I feel would make the songwriting process extremely interesting. So
It's a lot of bumping heads here and there sometimes, but like it works, you know.
When it comes to like, when it comes to like actually making something, an idea like solidified, yeah, we bump heads a bit, but when it actually comes to just making the music in that moment, it happens really quick. Like really quick.
It is pretty quick when we do that. So yeah.
What was it like writing the song Colors? What were you guys inspired in?
I guess my bad. Yeah. So like I had mentioned before, that idea came to be when I was in a previous band, but I wasn't jamming with the band. I had just started using a DAW. I was using Ableton. I just got my brother helped me buy it, and then I was just messing around. I really didn't know what the hell I was doing except plug in and record. So I was like, okay, let's do that. So I literally did that, and I was funny enough. When you hear it, you'll hear the guitar is like. Like it drives like, and funny enough, that came to be from hearing the Sopranos theme song, because when you hear the drum kick, it's just doom, 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 and then one day I was just like, let me jam on that doom, 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 and then it came to be like that, and then I had the idea stored away for like years until I bumped into Chris, and then it more or less stayed the same. The structure was basically the same until RJ, the drummer, came in and he gave it like a whole different funk with it. Unless you want to throw something in there.
I mean,
words.
The lyrics. I mean, the lyrics are. It's from a situation that happened in the past, so.
Here
Yeah.
to talk shit.
Oh no.
Nah, she's gonna be watching this. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Won't mention names, but we can talk about the situation.
Yeah. It was just a situation that was unfortunate for me, but just after hearing that, I think I came up with the chorus when I first heard it, and then the lyrics just came naturally, and then it just formulated. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think about making like the lyrics to it. It kind of like the instrument speaks to me and it tells me what to say, if that makes sense.
Right.
So it's like some type of telepathic thing with the instruments. I don't know.
Telepathic.
If
It spoke to you.
yeah, it's like, yo, Chris, say this, and I'm like, all right.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
It kind of feels like you're cheating the system in some sort of way. I'm not sure though.
That's the best way I can explain it, you know.
He just goes through.
But obviously you're getting inspired by life experiences.
That's the type of I guess rapper I am. I'm very much I have to write. I can only write about myself. I can't just rap and be like, hey, I'm a rapper and I rap better than you. I can never do that. I'm more or less like, hey, can I curse here?
Yeah.
Shit sucks right now, and this is my life. This is what's going on. So it's kind of like diary writing. That's how I rap. It's like diary, if that makes sense.
Who are your biggest influences when it comes to rap?
It's funny because I caught on to rap later years in my being a teenager. I was really heavy into rock as a kid, but as a teenager, Kendrick Lamar, Isaiah Rashad, Mac Miller, who else? Ab Soul's pretty good too. Like the whole TDE camp from like the West Coast, like they really inspired me to really rap. And then, obviously Mac Miller, like hearing Kids for the first time as a kid, it was an experience. So, those are like my biggest inspirations when it comes to rap.
Yeah, as far as I go into rap, is like old school Eminem.
That's fair.
I mean, that's cool.
Matters LPs.
Exactly.
Ridiculously good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
No, and that kind of music will be like
I don't know what
a
to say.
staple in some situations. Like my niece, who's 10, came up to me one day. She was like, "Oh, my favorite song is Mockingbird by Eminem."
Wow.
And I'm like,
Mm.
"Whoa!"
throwback,
And I had
yeah.
to really like sit there and go back and listen to it again. And I'm like, "How much cursing does this have
Yeah.
exactly?" Because
I don't
my
think
precious child. No, not much. It
Yeah.
only says "fuck" like once or twice, and that's it.
But yeah, I love classic Eminem
Yeah.
from Marshall Mathers LP, Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
Brain Damage is probably my favorite song
I
from.
love that song.
Mm-hmm. It's just
So good.
I'll just think about the lyrics.
Yeah.
He was on some shit, but
No kidding.
it's definitely. Oh, Eminem show's pretty good too,
Yeah.
and then it gets a little blurry after that. But Eminem is the GOAT. He is the greatest rapper alive, one of the greatest.
Agreed.
100%.
I agree.
So he deserved that spot.
No, and he's just good at what he does.
Yeah.
Exactly.
While you guys were growing up, were you involved in the local music scene, like going to shows, putting together shows?
No.
I funny enough, my first show, like, it was at Churchill's. Oh, well, Churchill's back in the day, I suppose. Now it's whatever. I was 20. I was 19 or 20, I believe. Yeah, that was my first. I was in a band before that, but they never did shows. Like, that lead singer was kind of weird. He was like, no, Churchill's isn't the place to go. It's not. He was really weird about that. Yeah, it was the place everyone was playing at during that time.
That means he couldn't get on.
More than likely, which is funny.
That's what it sounds like.
Super easy to get into that place. Well, yeah, but no, it was. I think I was 19.
Yeah, he had to piss somebody off.
More than likely, yeah. I think I was like 19 going on 20. That was like my first show, and then I think I played with you. That was my first show with you guys.
That's
too.
right. Oh yeah. I don't know if I should say this, but I was like 16 playing at Churchill's.
Yeah.
That's fine. I had people that sit here and they're like, "Oh yeah, on my 15th birthday, I played the show at this like dive bar," and I'm like, "Huh?"
It's like, you should be going to school, and
That's
I
what's
didn't set foot in a dive bar until I was like 22.
Yeah. Just bass and Churchill's.
Yeah, Churchill's was like
Legendary.
It was that's a good way to put it, legendary. But it was like also it was there for a good period of time, and honestly, like you definitely, like, what's the word? You build your chops there. There you go. Yeah.
You gotta start from somewhere, definitely. Well, just the greats that came out of like Florida, like Marilyn Manson was like playing at Churchill's.
Him and the Spooky Kids. Yeah, we were playing at Churchill's.
Yeah, they got their start. Well, their start was around there. Yeah.
I do think, though, technically speaking, that we know of, you were the youngest one that ever played like a show at church, or like in the scene.
Yeah,
that we know of. Like, yeah, you were 16, 15.
Yeah, I was 16, hanging out with like people who graduated high school and
We're on
seniors.
the same boat, my friend.
And they're like, bro, like let's go out, and I'm like, hey man, I don't have a fake ID. I'm 16, bro.
And you had homework to
and
finish.
I got algebra. I got algebra 2 in a couple hours, bro. It's like, as much as I would love to, I can't. It's like, bro, get a fake. And I'm like, no, bro. I don't have a job. You don't understand. I'm in school for like 8 hours a day. I don't, bro.
No. I think the closest thing to like a live performance was playing Guitar Hero. So that was
at an arcade, right?
Oh no, I had it at my house on, like, I think PlayStation 2 at the time.
3.
Or 3,
Yeah,
whatever.
No, I mean like the Guitar Hero 3.
Oh, Guitar Hero 3, yeah.
No, but that was a practice session. When you really show off is when you go to an arcade and they have the game there, and you're like,
flex on it.
yeah, put me on hard mode.
Dragon Force
Dragon Force
expert.
hard
Go.
mode.
Oh, I can never do that song. That's
I
crazy.
never made it past medium. I relate to Angel's story the most, but luckily I never needed like a fake ID or anything because we had Talent Farm back in the day. Yeah, Talent Farm was a venue in Pembroke Pines. It closed down a couple years ago, but it was an all ages venue. Like, it was really nice because there were shows there every week. I think Friday and Saturday. It was an era where like social media wasn't even that huge. I think I don't even know how we would get like the flyers to know like who was playing. Like, we'd just be there.
It
just happened.
Word of mouth was probably like way more popping during like a certain period of time.
Yeah.
So
Heard
was
it through the
during, like,
grapevine.
MySpace era, or like before that?
Or
Or
after.
Oh
or
God, you
after?
guys think I'm old enough for MySpace era?
I don't know.
I didn't say that.
I'm a younger guy.
No, I
don't
started with
know.
Facebook.
Facebook, okay.
But no, this was probably, I want to say like 9 years ago ish.
So like 2013,
Yeah.
2013, 2014.
Yeah, around that time.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you still friends with all the people that were telling you to get a fake and go hang out?
Of course, yeah. Shout out to
Right
Pedro.
here.
Shout out to this guy.
Right here.
Shout out to Pedro. RJ. Yeah, bro.
You were talking about them like they weren't in the room right
No,
now.
the boys. Nah, I love them to death, bro. The
Why the fuck you
guys.
telling them to get a fake ID? What's wrong with you?
We had to play shows. We needed, and he never got it.
No,
I
we
wasn't
waited
around
out,
back
bro.
then,
We're
so
like,
We
I
waited it
refuse,
out. That was a
bro.
long wait. That was a long investment.
What was the
That's Rosa.
Those Rosas, right?
He had to wait outside in the back. That's the only way they allowed him.
Yeah, we're like, all right, you guys play
Until
first
it
and
was
then go home.
Yeah, until it was our show time. Like, until we went on, he had to wait till like basically the very last second, and then we go on, out. We
That's
could
wild.
stay.
They're like, all right, bro, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I would be so mad. Like,
I had
I'd be
the-
like, dude, just play a backtrack for my part. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Poor Angel.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, I'm glad
Thankfully,
you're
that
still-
time is over, honestly.
Yeah, I'm glad you're still friends with them.
Of course.
All the people that I knew, because I was like 15, 16, hanging out with like 18-year-olds, they all stopped being my friend from one day to another. And I was like, That's shady.
Yeah.
I feel like that comes with that weird high school thing. Like it's just we're cool, and then all of a sudden just flip. Like
They were seniors. You can't trust seniors.
Ghosted. No, and that's why I have abandonment issues.
I'm right there with you.
All right, guys. So what's the goal for Late Bloomers? Like, was the band name inspired from Angel? Late Bloomer?
Oh, okay.
Damn, shots fired.
No, I'm kidding. What's the goal for the band? What's the, what dreams you guys have?
Ooh, that's
Dream venue, maybe a tour, or someone you want to play with.
I mean, we definitely want to go on tour. I think our goal is to really just get paid doing this. To quit our 9-to-5s and not work for the man anymore. Work for ourselves.
Let us
and
be the man.
yeah, let us be the man, and just the love of the music, the love of the craft, the love of writing new songs, rehearsing, going to shows, having a nice crowd, and just interacting with people. Interacting with the scene. Like we went to the studio the other day to record another song, and I thought to myself, I'm like, man, like I wish I can do this all the time. Just go to the studio, record, chill, not have to worry about clocking in. I think that's the goal. I feel like for all of us.
Yeah.
I don't want to really speak for the other
It's a
guys.
part of the goal, I would say.
It's more or less like
it's
where
there.
I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because I didn't really know until I was 14. Because I had been performing, but not in bands. I had been I'm still technically a part of it, but I'm more of like a leader type role of a Peruvian dance group. And then doing that for so many years, and then eventually doing band stuff, I realized I really love performing, and I really like letting whatever's inside of me out in some sort of artistic way. And like he had pointed out, it's just like the craft, practicing, doing all that stuff. It really, you can see it when we perform. It really just shows everything we work hard for. So it would be nice, like he was saying, to have some sort of spoils for it, being financially stable and all that. But,
Reparations.
Exactly. Exactly. But my point was just to be for me, because I know I'm gonna be doing it until I die. But I just keep performing, and obviously being on a grander scale at some point. But I just love performing. It's just what I do. I just in my blood. Thank you for my TED talk.
No, I agree. The performance wise, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling being on stage, but also the rehearsals, it's just great being around these people. Honestly, it's such a vibe, bro.
You're
with
welcome.
the homies, you're making music. It's you came out of work. It's you're stressed, but you're gonna go. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna talk shit. You're gonna have a couple of laughs and just be with the boys and hang out. But it's even better when you're getting paid to do what you love to do. So it's that's just a cherry on top. But yeah, like you said, I wouldn't mind doing this forever. This is a dream come true, honestly.
Right. And for sure the dream is, I always talk about it with my friend who also has a podcast, and he's like, you go and you record. He bulk records in one day too, and he's just like, you go and you record, you're on this high, you're like, this is great, you're editing your stuff, and then all of a sudden you're clocking into your fucking 9-to-5, and it's like, oh god, you're not even, your mind's not even there at that point.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough that my 9-to-5, at some points I do get to do what I love, which is
Nice.
interviewing and talking to people, and I'm very grateful for it. But it's so nice to be the man, to be your own man.
Yeah.
When you're running things, you definitely feel much better.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Mhm.
If there was a dream lineup for you guys,
Are they alive? Could they be alive or could they be dead?
anyone.
I'll let y'all go first.
I don't know.
On that one.
Yeah, I think it's 5 of us, so I don't even know how that worked. I know that Daniel will probably resurrect Jimi Hendrix.
Bring
and
him back.
For better context, our other guitar player, Daniel, he loves Hendrix.
He's actually not here right now because he knew about that question, and he's digging up his grave right now.
You're right.
Exactly.
He's like, all right, it's time. They knew
It's
it.
happening, fellas.
Then RJ will have Phil
RJ
Collins.
No.
No.
He loves
No,
Phil
no.
Collins, but no, RJ's more of a Rush.
Rush?
RJ
Okay.
loves Rush, yeah.
All right, so Rush, Jimi Hendrix.
Or Steve Gadd. That's for RJ.
I love to have Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory,
Oh, that era? Yeah.
that era, Meteora. That
What about you?
I'll bring back Chester.
Yeah,
So
of course.
Lineup, I would love to be in the 90s and when Nirvana did a live at Reading, I think it was called. Reading? Yeah, during that era, right there, have Nirvana, Soundgarden,
Oh, yeah.
Alice in
Having
Chains.
Alice in
Okay.
Chains. The
Alice-
grunge, the four band.
Alice in
bro,
Chains,
those
can't forget
guys,
about
those boys. Hell yeah, bro.
Mhm.
That would be a
All
dream.
right.
Damn, why'd y'all do that to me?
Just get the gorilla.
So, and that's gonna be.
I
It's
better
between
hear-
two. It's between two. So it's like, cause I got to see one of them live twice, and that's the Gorillas. That's my big. I love the Gorillas.
Was it the recent tour?
Yeah, I got to see them. The one that they did at the formerly FTX, and then the
Whatever
one
arena it is.
yeah, right, Miami-Dade Arena, fucking
Kaseya. It's Kaseya Center
A
now.
lot of money.
the Heat Arena, Miami, whatever it is. Yeah, I saw them there, and I saw them at 3 Points in like 2017, I think, the first performance in Miami. I was super stoked about that. So them for sure, and then if for some, because they're still alive, but if for some wave, some miracle, Daft Punk could be in a lineup, woo, doing all their stuff, woo, I would die happy. I wouldn't even play. I'd just be like, just keep playing.
I was
guys.
about to say, you guys wouldn't even want to play it.
No,
I'd
I'd
be
just
in the
be
crowd.
like,
Exactly.
I'd be like, wow.
We'll
Yeah,
just
we've
do-
seen them too, probably, because they more or less cover all the grounds that I like as far as music too. So I'd be
Right.
chilling. Yeah, that'd be really cool. And then to follow that, or we'd be I guess
Yeah.
we'd be in front of them.
No, we gotta be first.
We'd
Yeah,
be
you
first.
gotta
Yeah,
be
no,
first.
yeah, we'd be
No,
first.
we were not closers. We're openers, bro.
We're definitely
Hey guys,
opening
do you
up.
want to go first? No.
They throw you under the bus. I do that all the time. Like if I go with someone to an interview, and we get there at the same time, and I'm supposed to go first, but I don't want to go, and I'm like, hey, I think you should go first. Just
Mm.
go. You're fine. Alright. So I don't know if you guys watch our podcast, but we usually bring up a relationship advice question.
Ooh.
Oh Lord, I'm the worst person to ask that.
I'm a better man now. So
I didn't
can-
say it had to be good advice.
Okay.
I'm a better man now, so I think I can answer questions.
You're a better
correctly.
man now?
Yes, I've like
He's a man
anybody-
of God now.
Jesus.
Hold
Don't
on, let
don't
me-
put that pressure on me. I respect it. I respect it.
Give me 1 second.
Did you ask us earlier about how we made the name by any chance, or was that just my head?
No, she did.
I made a joke about it.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, you.
Do you want to tell me about the name while I dig up the post?
I mean,
Go for it. Go for it. I'm listening.
we were just all brainstorming. We're like, what's gonna be a good name? And then we were thinking, well, we're all kind of late bloomers in a sense because we've been in a ton of projects and we've never been to actually.
Okay, I haven't been in a ton of projects.
Well, you know what I mean. And collectively, we've all been in several projects.
Don't say that I'm out here like that, okay?
Oh
I don't-
my God.
I don't appreciate it.
He just doesn't want to talk about that one.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one, yeah.
Don't give him clout.
feel-
Do not give him clout.
I feel like you have a very dark past that you're just not letting go with us here, Chris.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to bury
He's the
it.
type of guy that just stands in the rain when it's like dark at night. He's just like, I have a dark past.
When
This is
He walks
me.
in the shadows.
Yeah.
When it
And
rains,
then we're
it
just like, hey,
pours.
Chris, there's shade like right there, man. You just walk on the other side.
Nah, when it rains, it pours.
When it rains, it
When
pours.
it
Yeah,
rains,
that's- Good one. No, yeah, it just came to me. We were brainstorming, like I was saying. We were just literally late bloomers, and then I was like, it has to have a Z at the end. And then here we go. Here we are.
I like it.
Thank you.
So, my fiance, the fiance is a 28-year-old female, left the person writing this, who's a 29-year-old male, after his parents accused her of cheating on him. We met in college, and we were in a long-distance relationship. I proposed last year, after which she met my parents. She always had a nagging feeling that they didn't like her and always emphasized it was important to her that his parents accepted her. But I always shrugged it off and told her not to worry. Last week, my parents called and told me they had circumstantial evidence that she may have cheated on me. Knowing that they had no respect for her, which was very important to her, I foolishly told her what they said. Now she left, blocked me on everything,
Been there.
and my family is saying it's because she really did cheat, and she's now trying to hide it. I don't know what to believe. I feel like I need some proof from her before I make a decision of cutting my family out of my life for good.
Jeez.
Who should I believe, and what should I do in this case?
Y'all want me to take a stab at it first? Or you got some?
Shit, I don't even know what to do.
Well, I think
got
it-
something.
I think at that situation, you need to talk to your parents. You know, how do you know that she cheated?
Get those concrete evidence.
Yeah, what's the evidence? I feel like he should have got the evidence first, then probably would have said something to her. But you know, it's a complicated situation. He obviously loves the girl. He proposed to her, and on her part, it is kind of shady how she just said, "Oh, word," and then just blocked him on everything and just went ghost. It's a little shady.
Makes you look kind of guilty as well.
A little bit,
Tiny,
yeah,
tiny.
Little
a little bit.
My thing was like more or less like what you guys were saying, but just go with the former fiance or the ex now, to the parents' place and just be like, okay, let's discuss it as a group and let's see what's really going on.
Yeah.
And then if she had reacted the same way, like, oh, why were we gonna go? Like, it kind of like if you have nothing to hide, you would be like, okay, let's go, because I got nothing to hide. They don't have proof. They probably made it up, or they found someone that looks like me. Whatever, whatever the case is. But yeah, it's tricky.
Because it's like
you need that evidence.
If you cared enough, you would have proved your innocence, right?
I think that
that's just
some
me, though.
people
Maybe
can
it's
get.
just-
I'm just playing
maybe
devil's advocate here. I mean, I think some people could get to some sort of breaking point where it's like,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm tired of
'Cause
having
their
to prove
patience-
myself or having to
Yeah.
make your family like me.
Yeah, because the
That's
patience
true.
was tested like way too often. I can definitely understand that.
That's true.
Isn't relationships? Don't relationships? Isn't it all just a test? Just with life, you're just gonna get tested throughout your relationship, right? I mean, because if you're up, you're gonna come down some way, right? You're gonna find a problem eventually.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, that's just me, though.
I think relationships are just compromise. It's a bunch of compromising for your person. I also think that you shouldn't cut your family out of your life completely because,
I mean, it's understandable that he's upset because the quote unquote love of his life just left him, and he wants to like if they're really like trying to look out for him and they have actual evidence, like we've been saying, then yeah, I guess he obviously believed the family, but he still obviously wants to salvage whatever's there. Because I honestly, none of us are in the situation, but if we're there and you truly like in love with this person, even if they cheated or not, you still want some sort of
closure.
Closure, exactly.
But sometimes you just can't get closure. There's times where people are not. It's funny enough. Our song "Colors." Make sure you stream it out now. Some people are not into saying sorry. You know what I mean? Some people just don't like saying sorry.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
He's not in the same.
She's not in the same. Sorry, hope it is that.
You'll hear it. Don't worry.
Yeah, now I have to go listen to it. Yeah, I don't know. I usually, my usual advice is dump his ass, but she already did.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's supposed to do.
you gotta find you a new one.
You gotta,
You're 28 years old, 29, right?
28, 29, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're still young. It's not the end of the world. Someone will like you for you.
And your crazy family.
And your crazy family. Usually if the family doesn't like the person, that means that, there's probably something wrong with the person, That's usually how it goes. There's plenty of times where I've brought women to my grandparents and my grandma will be like, Chris, I don't like her. And I'm like, Grandma, what? Why? And she's like, it's just something about her, Chris. And, 9 times out of 10, she's right. So
Right.
I think that family has that type of
Intuition.
You can't beat a grandmother's intuition.
I love your rendition of your grandmother.
Yeah, super southern.
Good stuff.
Chris.
And I think it also boils down to whoever you're marrying, you're also marrying their family.
It's true. Yeah.
But anyways, guys, this is your shameless plug moment. Let everybody know what you want them to know.
We have a new song, Colors, out now. Make sure you stream it on all streaming platforms. We are Late Bloomerz. Follow us on Instagram, Late Bloomerz Band. There's no S. There's a Z on the Bloomers. Make sure you follow us. Yeah. Oh, TikTok too. Same thing. Late Bloomerz Band with a Z.
YouTube as well, please.
YouTube. Wherever. Yeah, we're there.
Wherever you want to find this.
Yeah, just
what
label.
What does he usually
Just
say?
come find us. You'll like it.
And
Trust
your,
us.
your grandma's cupboard and her
Oh, the
closet.
cabinet.
Probably in the no. It's usually the auntie's pantry, but it's cool.
Uncle's pantry. Your stepdad's like trunk of his car.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
Right there.
We also got merch, so if y'all want to see us at
I
our
don't know
next
if-
show,
I'm wearing it right now.
right there.
Late Bloomers. We have a show on
we
the
have,
20
show October 14th.
October
This
4th.
is out after October 14th.
Never mind, October 28th.
They had a great show on October 14th.
We had an amazing show. Y'all missed out.
Make sure to buy merch, stream Colors, and we will catch you guys on the next episode of the Senior Citizen Podcast.
Adios.